Back with more of the fifth quarter show from Levi Stadium following the 49ers' 34-10 win over the Raiders. But what does the coach think? Here's Kyle Shanahan.
Guys, all we had from this game so far is just Travis Benjamin, concussion, and the protocol. Go ahead.
Going with the starting the quarterbacks, obviously moving them in almost every 2 plays or so. How did that go? Did you like the mechanics of it?
I did. I mean, I like the results of it. I mean, the 2 drives, a couple things I'd like us to do better at. It wasn't perfect, but for the most part, I was happy with it.
What were you trying to accomplish doing that here in the final preseason game?
I just wanted them to get live action of it. I've done it in practice a couple times, and this was the last time before we're going to get in the regular season, so it's the last time you can have the opportunity to do it, so kind of wanted to do it this game.
Do you want to kind of, I mean, obviously everything you do today is pointing toward 2 weeks from now in winning football games in the future. Is that something that you want to put in the back of teams' minds, that this is an option, this is something you guys can do?
Yeah, I mean, it is an option, so whether it's in their mind or not, I mean, that's up to them, but we got 2 guys who can play, and well, we've been doing it in practice a little bit, wanted to do it out there in the game, and I think it's always going to be an option.
Kyle, what did you think about how each quarterback played?
I thought they did a good job. I mean, by no means was it perfect, but I thought just the function of it and going in and out and not knowing when it's going to be, it wasn't a planned rotation or anything. I was trying to make it situational, so I was just doing it mainly out of impulse and, whenever the down and distance, it felt like what we wanted to call. So those guys seemed like they handled it good. I'll meet with them tomorrow and watch all with them, which I'm looking forward to, but today I thought it was good.
Is that part of it, is just how they react to being in and out and out?
Yeah, I think it's them. I think it's the team. I think it's me trying to do it, just not knowing exactly when. I mean, they both know it's coming, but you just don't know when it's coming. So I wanted it to be pretty random, and at least doing it today felt pretty comfortable.
What do you think when you saw Garoppolo going for the end zone?
I mean, that's Jimmy. You guys have seen him lower his head and run a number of times since he's been here. So Jimmy has kind of got a linebacker mentality. I'm all for him throwing it to hook it in the flat, too. But I kind of like that about Jimmy, too. I mean, I don't ever want him to risk himself and get hurt, but I think that's why guys fight for him.
How did Trey make it through? It seemed like he might have hit his hand on a helmet or something.
Yeah, I think he had a finger jam. I mean, it wasn't too bad from what I was told. I'm sure I'll find out more about it later.
What do you think of the way Trey created space for the running backs running out?
I mean, I think he only ran it once. So, I mean, just those guys weren't closing at all. So.
At least the way that his presence had defenders crashing in on him created space.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of happened with us later when their quarterback ran it too. It's just how guys want to play it, and they want you to hand it off. So I'm glad he made the right decision. It seemed like he made the right decision on all of them. And they gave him one opportunity to pull it, and he did.
Given Jimmy's injury history, the way he tore his ACL, the fact that this is a preseason game, you don't say anything to him like, do not go to your throwing shoulder and get killed from a 1-yard run?
Yeah, you say that to him in every game. It's not a 1-yard run, it's a bootleg, and sometimes guys go for the end zone on the 1-yard line, but I mean, I say that to him every single time. I mean, you don't want guys to lower their shoulder and risk getting hurt at any time. That's why I'd always prefer the throw to the guy, but sometimes it's hard to avoid that stuff in football.
Is Jimmy going to start first week?
I mean, guess we'll have to see. I mean, I don't like playing this game, but everyone keeps asking me that question. I'm not just giving the answer just to satisfy the question. I think we got a pretty good idea, like I said, all along. I think our team does, and we're pretty good with it as long as I can keep surviving press conferences.
How's that going for you?
I'm all right with it. It's just trying to be respectful.
How did you think about the starters go a little longer and stuff because they have to do scores, or was that option?
No, I mean, I did earlier in the week. I wanted to treat it more like what we've always done in a third game, and you always reach for a half in the third game. I was really happy with our practices on Wednesday and Thursday, so our goal was to get around 20 plays, and some guys were at 10, some guys were at 25, so it was pretty random throughout all of it.
Well, you indicated you did this the quarterback rotation a little bit by impulse and feel. You do imagine when the games count, will be a little more structured?
No, I don't. I mean, everything you go in with a plan, but nothing in a game is real structured. I mean, you have a game plan and you just go, and you usually got 40 seconds to make a decision, which and it's less than that because you got to get it to him before 15 seconds. So that's how game days are, and it's hectic, and that's why we all have headsets on and with the substitutions, and you do it. Today we did it with quarterbacks, but that's a big deal with every position, usually except the line.
What do you think for Dubois? Does he start looking himself?
What's that? Yeah, I was real pumped for Tart to come back this week. He had 2 really good days of practice. It was looking like a long shot for him at the beginning, but he started feeling a lot better down in LA with the Chargers. He was telling us how good he was going to look, and he went out there on Wednesday and Thursday, and he wasn't lying. He had a great 2 days of practice. Didn't want to have to play him as much, but we had to also find out where he was at for this 53. I mean, we know Tart, how good of a player he is and how much he can help us. But today was really almost like his 3rd and a half practice if you kind of walk through. So I was just really pumped he was able to go out there, and I think he played about between 25 and 30 plays, which was the goal, to see if he could get through that. And I'll watch the tape and stuff, but I was just real happy that he got through it because we saw him playing at a high level in practice too.
When you say how Jim Hurd was able to handle his workload today.
Similar to what I just said about Tart. I was glad that he could get out there and get through it. He hasn't been able to practice as much, and I think he got about 25 plays today too. I know some plays he'd like to have back. A couple drops there, it looked like, but I considered it a success. I mean, that was his first time playing in a couple years in a game. He's had a long road to get back and get to that point, and I think it was a big day for him getting through it.
Yeah, for those 2 guys, with Tart and Hurd, is it almost more important what you see from them tomorrow, the day after, than what you see today?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We know we got some good players there. You're always trying to tell the future with, you don't want to keep good players and get rid of some other players that can help you if you're going to hope you have those guys back in a few weeks. So it's always a challenge when guys aren't able to practice as much because of the injuries that they've had. That's why they stayed out there a little bit longer today. We had to give them some time to get healthy where they had a chance to do that, and at least from what I've been told so far, it was a success with both of them.
All right, Kyle Shanahan peppered with questions, as he often is, especially after a game like today.
Obviously, you knew going in what the plan was, but just to have that kind of your head on a swivel to see when you're in, when you're out.
It was good. I thought we were 2 good drives with it. Defense was scrambling, and it made for a tough job on those guys. So that was pretty good.
What were you thinking when you were for that touchdown?
Just get in. I knew it was 3rd and goal. Thought I was going to get in a little easier than that. Hole kind of closed quickly, but just got to do what you got to do to get in.
That's the defense kind of scrambling when you're out there and you guys going back for that. You obviously see that, but do you feel the hesitation from that?
Oh yeah, you definitely feel it. I think even with me and Trey running on and off, the tempo was still pretty good. So there's a couple of times getting to the line where they're still making calls and things like that, and you can tell it's tough on them. So that's what we're trying to do.
There's nothing to get used to as far as like looking at the play clock when you're coming back in after Trey comes out, and what was kind of the checklist of stuff that you guys wanted to work on?
That was one of the things I was trying to do, just because Kyle's trying to get in as quick as he can, but some of them happen a little later in the play clock. So, I mean, there's always new things that you're trying to adjust to and things like that. But as far as the checklist, today was kind of the dry run of it, I guess you could say. So that went pretty well, though.
Did you ever talk to you and Trey Lance about what to expect in a 2-quarterback situation last week?
We talked about it, me and Drew, a little bit. I don't know what he talked to Trey about. But, yeah, we talked about that for a little bit, just the situation in general. Drew had some good insight on it. He's, he's been through it all. He's literally played in it. And so, yeah, he gave a couple pieces of advice, just, stay ready, things like that on the sideline. But it's just something new that you have to get used to.
You had that injury, you did really flourish a little bit in the preseason game. Do you afterwards say maybe that wasn't the best idea?
If I would have got hurt, that would have been a terrible idea, yeah. But, yeah, knock on wood, thankfully, the good things came out of it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just when you're out there, you really can't think of things like that. I know you're supposed to. It's just hard. Things happen in a split second. And, yeah, I tried to just, submarine below the 2 of them. Didn't work out so well, but no, I'm all healthy and everything, feel good, so.
How would you assess this kind of preseason camp?
I thought it was good. Honestly, I thought it kept getting better and better as we went, which is what you're really trying to do. You're always trying to improve, not take steps backwards. And I thought just as a whole, as an offense, we did that. I would say as a team, we really did that. And we're kind of on the upswing right now. I know we got a long way to go, and it's going to be a grind of a season, but you know, I like where we're at right now and where we're going. I think we got a good mindset in that locker room right now. You know, we got some dogs on this team, some guys who have played in big games and been there before, and you know, we're trying to get back there.
Obviously, you don't have a huge say in the matter, but if what we saw in the first 2 drives is the way the regular season starts and goes into the regular season, how can you make that into something that benefits you and the team?
I think that in and of itself benefits the team. I mean, we had 2 successful drives with it, scored on both of them. I mean, it's tough for defenses to handle that, and I've never been in that situation, but just seeing it firsthand here today, it's hard on them. So, you know, whatever's best for the team, I'm here for it. Just it's one of those things, whatever's best for the team, you got to get behind that and be a part of that, and I think that makes for you as the best player you could be too. So, you know, it's all tied together. We're all in this thing together, and you know, we'll see where it goes.
A couple more, please. You've been around a few lots. How do you feel coming into the season?
I feel good. Like I was saying before, I think we're kind of improving day by day. I think each preseason game really has gotten better and better. This is probably our best one as a whole. Just all 3 phases working together, and you know, playing complementary football, scoring before the half, all those things. It's just when you're clicking like that, and I know it's only preseason, but that's where you want to be going into the regular season. So we'll take these couple days, you know, get our mind right and start getting ready for Detroit.
Is that the way you practice it? Kyle was just telling you right at the moment when you're coming in, it wasn't pre-planned even in practice?
We've mixed and matched. I mean, to be honest, we've done every flip-flop that you could imagine in practice. But it's just something, like I was saying before, it's something new, something you got to get used to. And I think as the more and more of it we do, you know, the more things you can get creative with and, you know, just see what works.
Last one. That's what the team having this rotation with different skill sets. Does it take you a second? I mean, as a starter who probably like to play 60 straight snaps in the game to say this is best for the team, and kind of just, you know, accept that, I guess?
Honestly, it was, I think coming into it, it was weird at first, you know, just having to process the whole thing. But after being out on the field, I mean, it was fun. It was, when we're clicking like that and a defense is scrambling like that, it makes it hard. And, you know, we're trying to win games out there. And so whatever it takes, we're gonna do that.
Thank you, Jimmy.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if they changed a lot, not that I noticed, especially between when I was coming in, when Jimmy was coming in. But it was awesome, you know, to get looks at it in practice and obviously in a game setting was awesome.
What did it feel for you going in and out, having a couple plays?
I was prepared for it, so I think Jimmy was too. Same thing. I'm sure he answered it the same way. It's one of those things where we had repped it, like I said, so it was good to get game reps and kind of really see how it really feels.
What do you describe your touchdown run, and that was one where you kind of rushed onto the field as a start right there?
Yeah, it was another zone read. The end crash, we brought Jalen Hurd in motion. And, yeah, the end crash, so kind of probably one of the easiest rushing touchdowns I'll probably ever have. But the offensive line did a great job and made it really easy.
It looked like you jammed or hit your finger late in your time. What happened?
Yeah, I don't really honestly even remember what play it happened on. But I think I jammed it, yeah, like on a helmet or something. But, yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I'll see how it feels tomorrow for sure. I think we'll tell a little bit more. But, yeah, not too worried about it at all.
Trey, you mostly handed off. Have you been given specific instructions in preseason games to avoid injury and not run the ball too much?
No, not at all. Obviously, like if I'm, going to take a shot, get down, but that's just playing football, at the quarterback position, really at any position, to try to protect myself and obviously, get what I can and get down or get out of bounds. But yeah, it's just what the reads dictated today. That's how they played us. They wanted me to hand the ball off, or at least that's the way they played it. So that's what I did, and obviously hand the ball off to Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, Wayne Hasty, and Raheem. It's fun to watch what those guys can do with the ball.
You're subbing in. Do you already have the play when you're going in, or do you run in and then get it and then how was the process?
Yeah, so Coach Shanahan gives the personnel, and I have a personnel grouping, so came in with my personnel grouping. Jimmy hears the same thing. Nate on the sideline, same thing. So, yeah, coming in and then obviously hear the play after I get the personnel grouping kind of once I get out there as I'm running out there.
A couple more drops today from your receivers. A couple of weeks ago, you said you want to throw a more catchable pass to the underneath stuff. What do you have to do to make that adjustment? Is it harder than it seems?
It's just playing football. It's just Yeah, I don't really have an answer for it. Just going to continue to try to get better, get used to throwing to these guys, and vice versa. They've been doing a great job. Receiver room, from top to bottom. It was awesome having River back. He made a big catch today, too. But from top to bottom, those guys have done a really great job. So, like I said, it's my job to just get them the ball.
Jimmy was saying it was fun. It was fun to be out there to see it work like that. Was it fun for you? Do you get kind of an adrenaline with you guys shuffling back and forth?
It's fun. I trust Coach Shanahan, and I know Jimmy does, and our whole team and locker room does. He's going to find ways to get the guys that need the ball and do whatever it takes to win games. It was a ton of fun for sure. It was good to get into rhythm, and obviously those drives when we were going back and forth, ending up with Jimmy scoring that first touchdown was a lot of fun.
Did you sense that they were almost respecting you as a runner too much in terms of opening up space for you and other guys?
I don't know if it was that or that's just more of the scheme that kind of we expected going into it. But yeah, if I can hand the ball off to those guys and my read doesn't tackle it, then that's a good thing.
James playing a big guy out there today. I don't know if you saw it or not, but how much different is it when Alex is back out there on the line?
Oh, it's awesome. Those guys, just the energy they bring in a huddle, in the locker room before the game, those guys are definitely guys that you can tell have been doing it for a long time.
Well, it looked like one time with Elijah, maybe one guy was going one way, the other guy was the other way. And on the pitch, did you have to kind of stop yourself from balling up in the air like that?
Yeah, it's just a ball handling thing, and just communication and reps. It was awesome to have Elijah. He did a great job today, having back out there. He had a couple of really, really big runs and some big plays on special teams too. So it was good to see him healthy and back out there.
What kind of first impression did we have of watching Raheem Mostert speed up close?
I've seen it in practice for the last, since May. So it was a ton of fun. Obviously, he's a special guy and doesn't really look like he has to try that hard to run that fast, which is very fun. I'm glad he's on my team.
You noted on your touchdown run that Jalen Hurd was in motion. Trey Sermon's in the backfield with you. Three guys that can run the ball back there. Did you see the Raiders kind of respecting that, reacting to that?
I guess I don't know what their plan was defensively exactly, but like I said, I think it was real similar to what I saw on tape. What we saw on tape as an offense, kind of expected it. And again, I'm going to hand the ball off until I can't, until the defense makes me keep it. And like I said, the offensive line did a great job, made that a pretty easy walk-in.
How would you assess how you performed this offseason now that it's over?
It was a ton of fun. Learned a lot and still continuing to learn. And just super thankful to be here, thankful to be in this organization, in this locker room. And I think things have been going well in my estimation. So going to continue to try to get better and learn as much as I can throughout this season. Thank you, guys.
All right, so now the game, Mr. Neal, really begins. Who's going to join Garoppolo and Lance in the quarterback, group? Is Shanahan going to keep three quarterbacks? How many receivers? Is it 6? How many linemen? Is it 8? There's a lot to think about over these next 2 days.